Coach. A little opening comment from you, and then we'll take questions from the guys.
Okay. Just excited about where we are, but also just understanding how far we are still away. And we all are, and it's no different than even the most successful teams I've been able to be a part of when you get to this point in camp. And shoot, even when you get 1 or 2 weeks into the season, you always have a long way to go. We always talk about the term never a finished product, and there's no doubt about it. So we just got to find ways to build off what we did today, and we will do that coming into tomorrow.
Have you ever had essentially 4 quarterbacks take equal reps this far into a camp before?
Yeah, not quite that. I mean, I've been in the 3 range before, but maybe not quite 4. But it's okay. I mean, it's a good situation to have, in a lot of ways. I mean, sometimes you look at a negative, but I think sometimes a negative can be if you have 1 and then you have 3 that that you're unsure of. Where at least we have, like I said, we have 4 guys that are competing, 4 guys that I believe strongly can win football games here. It's just a matter of continuing to compete through camp and see how it all plays out.
What did you think of McElwain's improvisation, the tripping over the turf snakes out there and making the throw?
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Then the offense rushed the field on that one. We needed that one though, because I think they were getting after us during that period. But yeah, that's kind of and he brings a little of that. That's kind of how he plays and finds a way to make a play. And he's still obviously new into this offense, so still just getting past the thinking stages. But again, I like the work ethic of the group, and obviously a play like that, sometimes you need those. You don't go through a year without having some plays where something was improvised, and that was certainly one.
A lot of times during the spring and here in camp, the quarterbacks have kind of gone back and forth on who had the best days. Has that kind of been how it's been as this camp's kind of unfolded?
Yeah, I would say there's definitely that, and that's and that's kind of why it's there may not be a clear cut, but that's not necessarily a negative thing. You have guys pushing guys, and it's definitely not because someone's just not doing well. It's a lot of times because someone's stepping up, and there has been. It's gone back and forth, and I love great competition like that. So it's great to see, and we'll continue to see it. And but things shake out, through the course, and it's at the end of the day, the team that's still one position that's part of a full team. I know it gets a lot of attention, and I get it. I believe me, I get the importance of it, and I understand that. But I also understand, and I also believe that what we are as a whole team is a heck of a lot more important than that. It really is, and because that will play itself out. And like I said before, I believe strongly if we develop like I believe we will through, and Coach Wilcox hit on, long way to go still. But if we develop that way, we can win with any of these guys.
What did you think of the offensive line now that you've seen them in full pads once or twice now?
Yeah, it's fun to watch them just continue to work and grow, and they're getting more and more excited because they're just, again, it's less thinking, and it's more the ability to just play the game together without having to kind of oh yeah, what was that, and that was a lot of what spring was. I think players sometimes weren't able to play with sometimes the same speed, the same pad level. I know you say it shouldn't be, but when you're thinking, your level of speed, your level of tempo sometimes can't get as high as when you're just able to, okay, you're hearing the call and you're going. So I've been excited to see their progress and where they're at, and they're playing together. That's what I'd say. That's one of the best things this O-line is doing, is they just are playing as a unit.
I noticed, and you and other folks had praised Michael Safell early, but the other day we noticed he was running with the 2s. Was that just to kind of see what he works with that group like, or any more significance than let's see what this looks like?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, regardless of anything, every guy out here that's in here in camp, all 105, should come in here with the mindset that, we're going to see who gives us the best chance to win. How that shakes out, I don't know. It's great competition. But Mike definitely adds great competition. He's not out of place when he gets out here. Yes, he's still got a long way to go. Yes, he's competing with a lot of, other very good players. But at the end of the day, that group of O-line, again, we don't know exactly what it's going to look like in 3 weeks. They're just going to continue to compete, and we're going to continue to evaluate not just that position, but every position out here with the mindset of our whole goal is to play the guys that we believe give us the best chance to win. That's point blank. So we gotta see reps to understand that.
Has Chase Garbers performed up to the level that you had been hearing that he was performing in player run practices?
Yeah, I believe he has, in a lot of ways. And I don't want to act like he's arrived, but he's probably exceeding some other freshmen that I've been around in the past. That's the only thing I can do. I can compare it to other situations where I've had true freshmen. Where is he compared to other situations? And I would say he is ahead of the curve compared to where I was with other. And that's a compliment to him, his work ethic, because a lot of that is mental. We knew what he could do physically, but the reason he's able to operate, the reason he's able to perform is because he's able to take words that come in and paint a picture. And that's tough in a new offense, and that takes some guys longer than others, but he works at it too. I don't like to say the term, well, he's smart. No, I don't like saying that when my daughters come home with all A's. I like to say, yeah, you worked at it. Seriously. I mean, it's that mindset of, oh, he's talented. No, he worked at it, So that's what I would say about Chase. Yes, I believe he has a bright mind, but it still took work ethic more than anything to allow him to be able to operate like he is this early in camp.
What have you seen from Kanawai Noah so far?
Oh, he's just one of those savvy guys. Again, he understands the game. He understands how to get open. He, again, works at it in terms of understanding the offense and the little intricacies within it, and especially with the slot position. I mean, there's a lot of different things within that position, and there's a lot of, there's just, it's not as cut and dry with some of the routes, and it's a little bit more feel at times. And he has a natural feel to that. He has a natural feel, but also, again, he works at it. He studies it. He works at it. He understands what a defense is going to do. He understands what the reads are from the QB progression, so he understands how to get open for the QB. And he's tough. No, it's all right, but I do. He is. He's one of the quietest guys out here, but in my mind, and I'm just saying, not just physical toughness, because he has that too, but mental toughness too. I mean, when it's 3rd and 7 and the ball goes towards him in traffic, I because of what I've seen, not because of anything he said, because of what I've seen, I trust that he's going to make a play.
How much has Northnagel brought to you as an offensive GA?
Yeah, he works his tail off. He's a quick thinker. He's always wanting to do things. He doesn't want to sit around. That's so he has that quality of just wanting to constantly work and get things done. What can I do? And you don't have to explain a lot. He'll figure things out. So yeah, it's good to have. But I also wish him luck in his little his little shot. I think it was today.
Oh, we didn't hear about that. What happened today?
Yeah, am I supposed to not leak that or something? Is this like quiet news? Man, maybe I won't say anything.
Well,
shoot, was it not supposed to be out?
Might as well tell him now.
Son of a gun! I thought that's why you were asking me.
No,
that.
I'm asking. I've been working on a story on him, and
my goodness. Well, he has a tryout with an NFL team. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Because that's all I know anyway.
Okay.
I was going to ask about Malik, having him back from his track responsibilities. What have you seen from him?
Yeah, saw some things early. It's just unfortunately, we just haven't seen. I've been able to see him, but hopefully he'll be back soon. I know I don't want to discuss or get into a bunch with injury piece, but hopefully he'll be back soon. But I'm excited. I'm excited about what he can bring to the offense, but we'll just need to see it more in fall camp.
What sort of things can he do? Do you have planned with him?
He's just a unique type of athlete. When I say unique, I mean that in the best way. I mean, he's unique in that he, the ability to carry kind of the lead he carries. When he meets somebody, they feel it. But also, more impressive than that is how well he can redirect and move his feet. And he has soft hands, and he just has certain athletic qualities that you don't even see sometimes in guys that are 200 pounds. You really don't. Some of the movement within his feet, the way he can redirect, his soft hands, things like that. And he's doing it at, 285 or 290 or what he is. So he just gives you a unique addition to what you can do with kind of that movement, fullback, big, wing tight end, wherever we want to play him.
Now that you have a few more wide receivers back with D-Rob and Stovall and Singleton and Bankhead, what have you seen from those guys? Oh,
it's just they're showing some of the things that we were excited, to see, and we still got a few of them that we're still waiting to see in some team drills a little bit more. But you hear about things, but until you see it, so they're just showing some things. Again, it's early though. With a couple of those guys, I haven't really got to see them in team reps, so I don't like to make too many comments or say a lot, until they get into some more real football situations. So it is excited to get those guys back and to know it's coming. But it'll be just a matter of time before we're able to see all of them in team reps.
Just sorry, I got late. Just kind of overall today, what was your impressions today? What did you work on, and how did it go?
Yeah, we did. We focused on some of the, some run game and some things that way. It was probably, when you look back on now how it was scripted, it was a little bit more run emphasis. So we were able to, get physical that way and do some things, just within that, just to put ourselves in that mindset when we're in those, whether it be a third and short situation, offensively, defensively, red zone situation, offensively, defensively, you're going to be in those tough moments, where maybe formations get bigger and things are a little more downhill. So that was probably the biggest focus. But we did a lot of the same stuff within our individual, within our, in a typical, Green Day practice for us.
Okay, very good.